WWE almost made one of the biggest mistakes in recent years with LA Knight. 4 months. It looked like they were going to waste one of the most naturally charismatic stars the company had, but just in time for WrestleMania 41, it feels like they might have finally corrected the course. Right now, LA Knight stands tall as the United States champion, ready to defend his title against one of the most dangerous challengers yet, Jacob Fatu, and for the first time in a long time, WWE actually seems to be treating LA Knight like the megastar the fans always knew he was. After reclaiming the United States Championship from Shinsuke Nakamura, LA Knight's momentum has been steady, but it's WrestleMania 41 that will define where his story goes next. Jacob Fatu earned his shot after surviving a brutal last-man-standing match against Braun Strowman, and now he's coming for LA Knight's gold. The match could happen as soon as April 19th or 20th, depending on when WWE decides to air it, and whether you're tuning in on Peacock or internationally on Netflix. There's a real sense of anticipation around this one. To fully appreciate how important this moment is, you have to understand the roller coaster journey LA Knight and his fans have been through. Just rewind to 2023. Knight was locked into a strange, clunky feud with Bray Wyatt heading into Royal Rumble. That match turned out to be one of the low points of his career, and WWE didn't even bother to put him on the WrestleMania card that year. Despite getting loud reactions every time he showed up, the company seemed hesitant to fully back him. Triple H, for all his strengths, didn't seem to have a clear plan for LA Knight at the time. But the fans never let up. Every cheer, every chant, every sign was a reminder that LA Knight was bigger than the booking he was getting. Slowly but surely, WWE started paying attention. They couldn't deny it anymore. The fans weren't just reacting, they were demanding more. And eventually, WWE gave in. They gave LA Knight a bigger platform, starting with a marquee match against AJ Styles at WrestleMania 40. That match felt like a turning point, a signal that maybe, just maybe, WWE was starting to see what everyone else already knew. LA Knight's first reign as United States champion had its moments, but it was far from perfect. WWE leaned heavily on the idea of open challenges, which sounds good on paper. It kept Knight on TV. It gave other wrestlers chances to shine, but over time, it started feeling repetitive. He faced Carmelo Hayes. He faced Andrade. They even threw together a triple threat match at Crown Jewel, but none of those feuds felt like they really elevated either side. It was just matches for the sake of matches. Then came the baffling decision to repackage Shinsuke Nakamura, throw him into a quick squash match, and hand him a title shot out of nowhere. Fans could see right through it. Nakamura hadn't been treated like a serious contender for months, and now he was supposed to be the guy to take the title off LA Knight? It didn't make sense, and even though Knight eventually won the belt back, the damage was done. It felt like WWE was still unsure how to properly book him as champion. But now, heading into WrestleMania 41, things finally feel different. Instead of another recycled challenger, WWE has positioned Jacob Fatu as the next big threat, and that's exactly what LA Knight needed. Fatu is not just another name on the roster. He's been booked strong from the moment he arrived. Protected like a future main eventer, he brings a level of danger and unpredictability that makes this matchup feel important. That's why this match isn't just about whether LA Knight retains. It's about whether WWE can finally follow through on the momentum they've built. Because here's the truth, as much as LA Knight has earned his spot, there's a very real possibility he won't leave WrestleMania 41 as champion. And honestly, that might not be a bad thing. Jacob Fatu is still in the early stages of his WWE career, but the company clearly sees something big in him. He's barely scratched the surface of what he's capable of, and a major win at WrestleMania could be the moment that launches him into the next tier. If WWE is serious about turning Fatu into a future star, they can't afford to have him lose clean to LA Knight right out of the gate. And let's be real, losing to a monster like Jacob Fatu doesn't hurt LA Knight. If anything, it elevates him. It shows that he's operating at a higher level now, fighting main event caliber threats, not just random mid-card challengers. Losing a hard-fought match against Fatu could even set Knight up for bigger things, maybe even a world title feud down the line. The key is how WWE handles the finish. If they try to protect LA Knight with a cheap disqualification or outside interference, it's only going to water down the impact. Fatu needs to win clean, and Knight needs to put up a hell of a fight before going down. That's the kind of storytelling that helps both guys come out of WrestleMania looking stronger. For once, WWE has put themselves in a position where, if they play it right, everyone wins. Jacob Fatu gets the kind of massive victory that cements him as a future monster heel. LA Knight shows he belongs at the top of the card, even in defeat, and the fans get a match that feels meaningful, not just another random title defense. It's also worth giving WWE some credit here. They've made plenty of mistakes with LA Knight along the way, but right now, they're doing more right than wrong. They're finally treating him like the star he is. They're giving him serious opponents. They're giving him real stories to sink his teeth into. And even if WrestleMania 41 ends with LA Knight losing the United States Championship, that doesn't mean the story is over. In fact, it might just be getting started. There's still so much potential left for LA Knight. A loss to Fatu could be the beginning of something bigger, not the end. Maybe it frees him up to chase a world title. Maybe it positions him for a high-profile feud that finally puts him in that permanent main event conversation. Either way, it's clear now that WWE sees the value in LA Knight, and that's something fans have been waiting to see for a long time. WrestleMania 41 is a major crossroads, not just for LA Knight, but for how WWE handles rising stars in general. If they play it safe, if they get cute with the finish, they risk losing the momentum they've carefully rebuilt. But if they go all in, if they let Jacob Fatu have his moment while making sure LA Knight looks like a warrior in defeat, they set themselves up for even bigger moments down the road. At the end of the day, this isn't just about one match. It's about WWE proving they can finally capitalize on what they have. It's about showing that when the fans hand you a star, you don't waste him, you run with him, you build around him, you create moments that people will remember long after the lights go down and the crowds head home. And for LA Knight, win or lose, WrestleMania 41 might just be the night that proves he's exactly where he belongs, at the very center of the spotlight, doing exactly what he was always meant to do. Let's just hope WWE realizes it too, before it's too late. Now it's your turn. Do you think WWE is finally getting it right with LA Knight, or are they about to blow it all over again? Let me know what you think down below. I'm curious to hear your take on this one.